So welcome to another FIFA 19 career mode video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can put the same team twice in the Europa League in the same season. If you want to test it out at home, I'm going to show you guys how to do it at the start of the video, and then we're going to take a look at what actually happens. Remember, if you enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up for me. Let's get to 600 likes. And if you're new around here and you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell and you won't miss it. Pretty much all you want to do is start a new manager career. You can pick whatever you want here, and you have to go to England and go to Arsenal, press triangle to swap teams, and go to Dinamo Zagreb from the rest of the world category. After that, all you have to do is press X, and then you can pick whatever you want here as well. And then you have to go down to European competitions and press triangle to edit the groups. And then you want to flick to the Europa League. And pretty much all you have to do is go to one of the teams in Group E, hit the triangle button, go to the rest of the world category, and then pick Dinamo Zagreb again, and then you'll have them twice in the same group in the Europa League. So for this, you don't need a PC, you don't need hacks or mods. I'm doing this on the PS4, so I think it should work for all of you guys as well. So once you hit advance, you just want to go and do what you want. I'm going to show you what happens, so I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm not going to play every game, so I have to put it on beginner. So you can hit advance, and then you go from there. So I do have to let you guys know that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I had to try maybe 4 or 5 times before it actually worked. Sometimes it'll do the actual 2 in one group, but then when you go into the career mode save, it'll not count the 2 teams in one group. But for this one, I got it to work, and this is what the table looks like. So if I go to the Europa League here, it's got Dinamo Zagreb twice in the group standings, and you can see the fixtures there as well, how many games it wants me to play. So let's take a look at the calendar. I have 6 Europa League group games, as you can see. They go until December 13th, but don't be fooled, I do have a few more games that are hidden in this calendar. But when you have to play your own team, it'll come up there as well. So we're going to simulate to this date, and I'll show you what the games look like. So I've simmed up to the first game of the Europa League, and pretty much it's going to use exactly the same team as you have. So any transfers that you make with your team, it's going to copy that. I've did a transfer where I brought in Rog from Napoli, and he's playing in the centre defensive midfielder spot. And the other team has the same transfer as well. So you're pretty much versing your exact squad. But anyway, we're going to sim the game against ourselves, and we're going to see the result. And we actually lost. So technically it's still a win for me because I'm controlling both teams. I guess this gives you like a double chance of winning the Europa League. But this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. I'm going to play another Europa League game against Sporting now. And I'm going to use the same squad. So we're going to simulate the match. And we end up losing 2-0 to Sporting there. But then, straight away, I have another game. So this is for the second team that I'm controlling here for Dinamo Zagreb 2. And so basically, you control 2 teams. When you play one Europa League game, you have to play another one. So you end up playing like double. So we have to sim this game as well. It's on the same day. And we end up winning that game 1-0. So depending on which team it is, you'll get your points. But you'll have to control both teams. And another thing that you need to pay attention to is the fact that the game does use the same squad, which means your player stamina is going to be dead if you have to play 2 games in one day. So make sure you have like a rotation team if you want to try this. We actually won that game 2-1, which is a good result. But straight away you can see the player stamina is dead, but the game requires you to do a second game. So I simulated up until March 3, and I qualified out of the group stages of the Europa League with both of the teams. So as you can see, Dinamo Zagreb first and second, both on 12 points. The problem is, the Europa League just finished. Like, if you go and have a look at the calendar right now, there's no dates for any Europa League games. I'm supposed to be playing the round of 32 and stuff, and there's nothing here. So, I guess it's gone completely this season. So, I'm going to go to the end of the season and see what happens. Yeah, so I finished the season, and it's pretty much non-existent anymore, the Europa League. So, if we take a look, we're qualified for the knockout rounds, but there was no knockout rounds. It just stops at group stage. So I think that's completely broken. If I check my manager career, let's see what it says for Europa League. Now, I think this is for the Europa League. It says Continental Cup objective, reached the knockout stage, and objective achieved, it says NA, so which means like it's not available or not applicable or something like that. So it doesn't even register that the Europa League actually happened in the season. So we simulate all the way to the end of the Champions League final, and Barcelona won that. But in terms of any Europa League news, there is literally nothing. So the competition just died at the group stages. Obviously, we've broken the system. It's pretty much dead. And also, when you look at the stats for the Europa League, it says our guy played 12 matches. Because our team was in it twice, they would have to play double the group games. And one of our strikers actually came 5th. He had 5 goals in 12 matches, and the other one's got 6. So it just goes to show that 6 matches was the group stage, so we can pretty much be assured that the Europa League did die. And we had 12 matches, and everyone else had 6. So completely stupid, ridiculous stuff, but yeah, I don't know what happened. We broke it. An interesting thing will be what happens to the Super Cup since the Europa League didn't even exist. So we're going to take a look at the news tile, and it's Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. I'm not sure where they got Atletico Madrid from, but I guess they got them from somewhere. Maybe runners-up of the Champions League or something, I don't know. But anyway, we passed the first round of qualifiers for the Champions League. We won against Dundalk or something, and now we're going to play Slavia Praha. I'm not sure if I was actually allowed to be in the qualifying stages of the Champions League. I came 17th. I didn't win any cup tournaments throughout the season. You would think that I wasn't allowed, but maybe because I was a part of the rest of the world category, maybe just by default I get to play in the qualifying rounds. I'm not sure. And since I'm already at the end of the Champions League group stage, I thought I might as well test it out. Usually when you come third, you have to go and play the Europa League. That's what I've tried out now. I came third in my group, and there's no Europa League fixtures in February, March, April. So let's take a look at the standings. As you can see, I finished third there. If I flick it to the Europa League, it's still glitched out. It makes me laugh every time I see it. It's still glitched out. It's unbelievable. So I simulated a few extra years and I'm up to June 2031. I've also changed clubs. I'm coaching Morecambe now. And I wanted to see if changing clubs actually fixed the issue. But we're in 2031 now. And if you take a look at the standings, we're in a totally different club as well. But still the same career mode, obviously. If we go to the Europa League, it still has Dinamo Zagreb at the bottom there. On 12 points each. So yeah, it's completely done. The whole career mode save is does not have the Europa League. It's pretty much broken. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you guys are new, because I'll try out a few more different kinds of experiments like this in the future. And I guess I'll see you next time.